Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing online recently: Barack Obama's 65th birthday post. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another celebrity birthday post? Big deal. But hold on, because this one actually has some fascinating layers to it. What makes this really interesting is how it's not just about the birthday itself, but the way it highlights something much bigger: aging, relationships, and public perception. Personally, I think this post is a perfect example of how even the simplest moments can reveal deeper truths about who we are and how we are seen. First off, the photo Michelle Obama shared is undeniably charming. Barack, looking sharp in a navy suit, and Michelle, radiant in a white dress. It's a picture-perfect moment. But what immediately stands out is the way they are interacting. Michelle's head resting on his shoulder, the hand-holding. It's a snapshot of a connection that feels both intimate and effortless. In my opinion, this isn't just a couple posing for a photo. It's a glimpse into a partnership that stood the test of time. And let's be real, in a world where relationships often feel disposable, seeing this kind of enduring bond is refreshing. What many people don't realize is how rare it is to maintain that kind of chemistry after decades together, especially in the public eye. Now, let's talk about Barack's appearance. The comment section was flooded with people gushing over how good he looks at 65. One fan even called him fine AF, which, let's be honest, is not something you hear every day about a former president. But here's where it gets interesting. Barack himself has been pretty open about aging. In a recent interview, he joked about not looking as good as Michelle because he doesn't dye his hair. Personally, I think this self-awareness is part of his charm. It's not about trying to look younger. It's about embracing where you are. And that raises a deeper question. Why do we put so much pressure on men, especially public figures, to defy aging? If you take a step back and think about it, Barack's approach is actually pretty revolutionary. He's saying it's okay to age naturally, and that's something I find fascinating. Michelle's caption also caught my attention. She wrote, "Every day, you make me a better person," which is such a powerful statement. It's not just about love, it's about growth. In my opinion, this is what makes their relationship so compelling. They're not just partners, they're each other's biggest supporters. And this idea of mutual growth is something we don't talk about enough in relationships. What this really suggests is that love isn't just about grand gestures, it's about the daily work of lifting each other up. Another detail I find fascinating is Barack's take on fitness. He's always been known for his disciplined workout routine, but now he's talking about scaling back to protect his knees and Achilles. It's a reminder that even the most active people have to adapt as they age. Personally, I think this is a great lesson for all of us. It's not about pushing yourself to the limit, but about finding a sustainable way to stay healthy. And let's not forget Michelle's influence here. Barack admitted she's way ahead of him when it comes to stretching and flexibility. What makes this really interesting is how it flips the traditional narrative of the man being the fitness guru. It's a small moment, but it speaks volumes about their dynamic and how they balance each other out. Finally, the Obama Foundation's tribute adds another layer to this story. They highlighted Barack's journey from the south side of Chicago to the White House and back home again. In my opinion, this is a beautiful reminder of how far he's come and the impact he's had. But it also raises a deeper question. How do we measure a life well lived? Is it about the big achievements, or the small moments of connection and growth? Personally, I think this birthday post is a perfect blend of both. It's a celebration of a life that's been both extraordinary and deeply human. So, what's the takeaway here? For me, it's this: aging doesn't have to be about decline. It can be about evolution. Relationships don't have to fade. They can deepen. And public figures don't have to fit into a mold. They can redefine what it means to grow older with grace. If you take a step back and think about it, this birthday post isn't just about Barack turning 65. It's about all of us and how we choose to live, love, and age. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.